All right, stretch and breathe. As you see, I am on a couple of walks today. You yourself find something that you can sit on that's going to bring the hips higher than the knees. And we want to do this because the breathing practice that we're working on today, we're going to bring the arms up with our inhale and swing them down with the exhale. As we bring them up, it's an inhale, exhale, it's a huh. It's a big sigh, letting some energy out of the mouth, clearing any kind of blockages in the throat, and it's going to bring us some focus and some energy and some warmth from the inside. So let's just take a second to chime in and get connected to the moment and to our breath. So come into a comfortable seat, sitting on top of something that raises your hips higher than your knees, and then bring the hands to the legs and let them hang heavy. Let's just take a moment to connect to our breath. Close your eyes and bring the gaze to the floor. Again, let the arms be heavy. Soften the shoulders and soften the face. Let's take a breath in for 5. Exhale it for 7. Breathe it in for 5. Exhale it for 7. Again, breathe in for 5. Exhale for 7. A few more times, in for 5. Out for 7. In for 5. Out for 7. One more time, in for 5. Out for 7. Keep the eyes closed and let's just take a moment to connect with our body. Pay attention to anything that you can feel. If your fingers have tingling sensations or if you're feeling tightness in the neck or the low back. Or maybe focus on the flow of the breath. Is it coming in through the nose or through the mouth? And where do you feel it once it inhales? Very good. Let's tilt the head over to the right. Let's just stretch out through the neck. We'll roll the chin to the chest, nice and slow. And then you'll bring the left ear over the left shoulder. We're going to keep the movement going. So we'll bring the chin back to the chest, nice and slow. Bringing the right ear over the right shoulder. Find a stretch and then keep that bottom half circle going. Chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder. Finding a stretch at each position and then moving on. Typically, we find the static stretch through the neck by holding the position. Today, we're going to move dynamically, keeping that neck in motion. Find the stretch from the left down to the chest. As you move the chin down to the chest, you should feel a stretch along different parts of the back side of the neck. Good, keep it moving. Let's do 2 more. Very good, chin to chest, and then bring the head up back to neutral. Let's open the eyes, and we're gonna start practicing this awakening breath. So you're gonna sit nice and tall, be comfortable on your props that you're sitting on. The knees are relaxed, and we're gonna bring the arms up with the inhale. It's a huh. As you make that exhale, you're vocally exhaling and you're letting the arms just swing down. So if you find that you don't have enough space between the floor and the arms, maybe find another prop that gives you that height to enable you to do that without thinking about hitting your hands or your fingers on the floor. I'll give you just a second if you need to grab something else to sit on that's a little bit higher. We're going to do this several times. We'll practice this for a few minutes and then we'll do some stretching and then we'll practice it again before we go. Like I said, it's going to help clear any blockages in your throat as you exhale that sigh vocally. It's going to bring nice new warmth to your core, waking you up from the inside out and giving you some fresh energy. If you all are ready, let's go ahead and begin. We're going to practice this for just a few minutes. We're going to start with a nice fresh inhale. Bring the arms up and inhale. Exhale. And no one can hear you, so be as loud as you want. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Up. And down. Breathing in, up. Exhale, be loud. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Keep it moving. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, swing down and let that sigh out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do a couple more rounds. Inhale. Really let the arms go. Inhale. Nice and tall, big deep breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's keep going. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. And slow it down. Last one. And bring the hands together, maybe bring them to the heart, close the eyes. Let the chin come down to the chest. Find your natural breath. If it's comfortable, maybe bring the hands down to the arms and the hands down to the legs and let them be heavy. Take a moment to stay connected to the body and acknowledge any sensations that you're feeling, whether that's your heart pounding out of your chest, whether that's tingling in the fingers. Maybe it's some tingling in the back of the throat from releasing that breath, that deep sigh. Maybe you're feeling something in the arms. I know I am. The shoulders might be alive and awake, and you can feel the blood pumping through them. Find that connection. And let that heart rate come right back down and settle. Good. Wiggling the fingers. If the eyes were closed, let's open them and let's bring the left fingertips down to the floor and reach the right arm high. Finding a stretch in the right side of the body, maybe you bring that right arm over the right ear. Really lean and push out to that right side of the rib cage, and then we're just going to lift it up and take it to the other side. The right fingers come down to the floor. The left hand reaches high. First, reach high, spread, finding space between the rib cage, and then lean it over, bringing that left arm on top of that left ear. Really stretch out to the left side of the body. Good, let's do that one more time. Cascade over to the left, right arm high. Find that side body stretch. Hopefully you guys are feeling a little bit of fresh energy. I know I am, and that was quick. Cascade it over to the right, stretching out through the left side of the body. Good, and now come forward, bringing the hands out in front. Round the spine, bring the fingertips to the floor and separate through the shoulder blades. And we're gonna roll up and bring the arms out to a T and press the heart forward. Lifting the face towards the ceiling. Good, let's bring the fingertips to the floor, round the spine, separating through the shoulder blades. Pressing the fingers down into the mat, really separating and spreading out the upper back. Roll it up and bring the arms back out to a T. Pressing that heart forward, pull the arms back. You'll feel a stretch in the shoulder down to the biceps. Opening up the palms towards the sky. The face is lifted. Very good. We're going to bring the right hand down to that left knee and reach the left hand back, finding a gentle twist in the spine. And again, stretching through the shoulder down into the chest on that left side. Good. We'll bring the left hand to the right knee and the right hand comes high. Find that twist. And then see if you can pull that arm back to feel the stretch down the shoulder into the chest. Very good, bring it down. Now let's uncross the legs, stay on top of your prop, and we're gonna take the feet out wide, point the toes out. We'll bring the palms together, bring the elbows to the insides of the knees, and maybe help open them up a little bit wider. Let's open up through the hips. Maybe you can bring the forearms to the insides of the knees and just press them out to open up a little wider. Nice tall spine. The crown of the head reaches for the ceiling. Good, now let's bring that left hand down to the floor in the center and we'll reach the right arm high again. This time, if you want, you can lean that left shoulder into the left knee and really focus on pulling that right arm back. The gaze is to the sky. Good. Slowly bring the right hand down, place it to the center of the mat, and then we lift the left arm up. If you want, lean into that right hip and open up to the left side. Gaze is to the ceiling. Find that stretch. Very good. Bring it down. We're going to put that right leg out long and bring that left knee to a bend with the left foot flat to the floor. We're going to pull the right toes back towards the face and just fold forward, reaching for that right foot. Maybe you reach for the ankle. We're keeping the spine nice and long, so maybe you readjust, sit nice and tall, and lean the chest forward, finding the stretch up the back of that right leg. Find your stretch and hold. Very good. Now we're going to keep that left foot planted. We're going to bring that right ankle to the left knee, and maybe your stretch is right here. I can already feel that stretch going back into my glutes around the right hip. So stay here or lean forward, taking the chest closer to that right shin, finding that deep glute stretch in the hip. The longer you hold the stretch, the more relaxed that muscle becomes. So maybe you get comfortable here if you have tight hips. Good. We're going to bring the right leg out to the side, point that toe up towards the ceiling, and then we're going to bend over towards that right leg, finding a stretch in the left low back. We've already stretched out the side body. This is to get the stretch in the low back. So lean to the right, maybe touch that left low back to say, hey, I want you to stretch, wake up. Touching your body, if you're wanting it to work, will wake it up and say, hey, I need you to do something. Stretch out through that left low back. Good. And if your low back is tight, stay here for several breaths. Otherwise, let's sit it tall. We're going to bring the right foot flat to the floor and the left leg is going to go out long. Pull that left toe back towards your face, sit nice and tall, and then lean over that left leg, finding the stretch up the left hamstring. You reach for the foot, for the ankle or the shin, and make sure you sit nice and tall. And if you're not, just readjust. Find that long spine and lean over that left leg. Hold it here. Find that hamstring stretch and hold. Very good. Let's sit tall. We're going to bring that left ankle to the right knee and find that left glute stretch. Now, maybe just sitting like this creates that stretch for you. That's great. Hold it here and just breathe. Otherwise, if you need a little bit more, you'll lean forward, taking the chest towards that left shin. Find that stretch and hold. Very good. We'll sit tall and take that left leg out to the side. Readjust your seats if you need to. Find the long spine, point that toe up towards the ceiling, and we're going to lean over that left leg, finding that stretch in the right low back. And again, if you need to wake that spot up to say, hey, I'm trying to stretch you, just touch, tap, or leave your hand on that muscle and find your stretch. Leaning to the left for this low back stretch. Hold it here. Very good. Let's sit it up tall. And let's take it, stay on that prop. We're going to use this prop today since we've got it. We're going to bring that right leg out in front again. And if you can, scoot that left leg behind you. Your toe should be untucked and you're just creating a nice stretch along this left hip flexor. If you want, you can bring the left fingertips down to the floor and reach that right arm up high. Nice job. Maybe you stay right here, finding that hip flexor stretch, sitting strong through the spine, reaching the crown of the head for the ceiling. And when you're ready, we'll switch it to the other side. Come out of this nice and easy. And make your way to the left, bringing that left leg in front. That right leg is going to scoop back. Take your time finding the position. Your left sit bone is on that prop, and your right hip is off, finding that hip flexor stretch down the front of that right side. Now you can stay here, keeping the spine long, or you can bring that right hand down to the mat and reach the left arm high. Hold that stretch for one more round of breath. Maybe even feel a stretch up the core. I just got that. That was nice. Make your way back to the center. Nice and easy. Come out of it however it's comfortable for you. Take your time. Then let's find that comfortable cross-legged position that we started in. We're going to practice that awakening breath again before we go to bring us some fresh energy. Find that seat. letting the hips be higher than the knees. Take a couple of natural, deep cleansing breaths. And then we'll get started. We're going to spend a couple of minutes here with this awakening breath. At your own pace, whenever you're ready, as loud or as soft as you want to be. The louder you are, the more energy you're going to find in the throat, in the core, and in your mind as well. So whenever you're ready, you'll breathe the arms up and inhale. Now, when you're in this inhale, reach up, sit nice and tall, get as tall as you can with those fingertips, and then let it go. Let the arms go, let the breath go, and then back up. Take the time for the inhale. Breathe it in and let it go. We'll pick up the pace. Let's slow it down. A few more. Last one. And bring the arms to the legs. Bring the chin to the chest. And close the eyes. Find your way back to that natural breath. And focus on any sensations you're feeling. Whether that's fresh energy in the throat. Maybe you feel the arms alive. Energy just rushing through the shoulders down into the fingertips. Maybe you've cleared out some space in your chest or around the navel. Take a moment to acknowledge how good that feels. The awakening breath. Letting the body breathe naturally, just observing that natural breath. Then let's reach the arms up. Nice big inhale, stretch out, reach for the ceiling, and then slowly let's let those arms cascade down to the side. Softly blink the eyes open if they were closed. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today for Stretch and Breathe.